especially those who are really into low-budget films. I'd like to introduce my favorite low-budget, in other words, B-long films. Today's film is A Better Tomorrow. A Better Tomorrow is a Hong Kong action film directed by John Woo in 1986. The title in Chinese is Yin Xiong Ben Su, which means true colors of a hero in English. The most remarkable point of this film is that Chow Yun-fat looks very similar to Gekidan Hitori, the Japanese famous comedian. When I watched the film, I thought he'd got so popular that to be in a Hong Kong film, you might think too. And this film has a sequel, but it's going to be a comedy. This commonly is called the child praise effect. Believe it or not, it's up to you. What am I talking about? A brief story is like a farming ex-gangster tries to reconcile with his estranged policeman brother, but the ties to his farming gang are difficult to break. The details are following. A man called Ho works for the triad, whose principal operation is printing and distributing counterfeit US banknotes. He is a respected member of the organization and is entrusted with the most important transactions. Mark, I call him Gekidan Hitori, and another high-ranking member of the group, is his best friend and partner in crime. He is close to Kid, his young brother, who is training to become a police officer. He keeps his criminal life secret from his brother. But Ho decides that his next deal in Taiwan will be his last one before leaving the triad. But Shin, a new member, is sent along as an apprentice. The deal turns out to be a trap by a Taiwanese gang. Meanwhile, Ho's father is killed by a gang member. Mark finds and kills the Taiwanese gang leader and his bodyguards. However, Mark's leg is shot in the gunfight, leaving his crypt. 3 years later, Shen finds Ho and presses him to come back to his organization. Mark steals a secret computer tape and wins a shootout with gang members, with Ho arriving to aid Mark's escape. The film then reveals that it was Sing who betrayed Ho 3 years ago in Taiwan. After Mark leaves, Kit arrives on the scene, intending to make an arrest where he is captured by Sing's men. A deal is made to exchange Sing for Kit, but the trade explodes into a wild shootout. Ho and Kit are wounded, but Mark returns with guns blazing out of loyalty to Ho. But Mark is then killed by Sing. As police approaches, Kit finally seeing eye to eye with his brother, hands Ho a revolver, with which Ho kills Sing. Immediately afterwards, Ho handcuffs himself to Kit. The film ends with the reconciled brothers working together towards the gathered crowd of police. The story might move you so much because Gekidan Hitori fights so hard for his friend. But it's funny that he dies in this film, but he appears as his twin brother in the second one. John Woo, the director, also directed Mission Impossible 2, Face Off, Red Cliff, and so on. He is famous for using a slow motion in a fight scene. My favorite scene is at the almost last scene when Gekidan Hitori smokes a cigarette with a long ash. It seems like the ash might well drop off of a cigarette, but it won't. With that, Gekidan Hitori says a good word to Kit. That's a kind of good thing, I think. I you see劇団ひとり fighting so hard, so cool in this film. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos on YouTube and Twitter.